Day was day one, then the Thursday, then today. We're 3 days into Lent. You forget things, like, you absolutely forget things. I had a chili con carne, the son of Martin Carney, on Wednesday, which was Ash Wednesday, where you're not supposed to eat meat at all. It just completely went out of my head. I need to get back into the traditions like that, even maybe getting a bit of ash for the forehead on Ash Wednesday as well. But anyway, how's the pledge going? I told you of the new pledge. How is the resolutions regarding Lent and what you're giving up going for you? But it also reminded me of that new pledge that I told you earlier on in the week, where for confirmation, instead of just giving up or abstaining from drink, they're adding more into it. So the actual pledge is, the new one, because I want to live a good and happy life with you. Actually, it starts off, it's a letter to God, really. Dear God, because I want to live a good and happy life with you, I promise not to drink alcohol until I'm at least 18 years of age. Help me not to use drugs, vapes, cigarettes, or anything that could harm my mind or body. I will listen to and respect my parents and guardians who care for me and want to keep me safe. I will support my friends and peers in making good and healthy choices too. Oh, Holy Spirit, give me the strength, courage, and the joy to keep this promise every day. Amen. So it had to be updated, and probably rightly so, because of the other aspects of modern day living that don't just include alcohol, but various forms of addictive products. It's interesting, really, and I don't mean this in a kind of a demeaning way, but in some ways, for those that are Catholic, it's great to be Catholic, because you can have all of these sins, and then you can go to confession once a week or once a month and have them completely and utterly wiped out, eradicated. You can start off again then for another week or month of sinning, and have those then also expunged with a decade of the Rosary or 10 whole our Fathers and whatever, glory be. But you look at people who, for instance, take the pledge or were taking the pledge, because Seamus took to the streets wondering, when you took the pledge back in the day, did you actually stick to it?
Sure, I started drinking when I was 16. At different times. But I was a good boy.
And what about smoking? Vaping?
Oh, no.
Did you pick up that dirty habit?
Yeah, I was very silly. I did mine at 23.
There's a new pledge coming in for everybody making the confirmation this year, where you have to not only pledge to stay off alcohol and drugs, but you stay away from smoking and vaping as well.
Huh. That's great, though, to encourage young people to not smoke, because it's so damaging for your health.
But sure, it didn't encourage you, did it? You stopped.
No, I know.
Look, I think
but it was so cool, though. Smoking was cool at the time. I don't think it's cool anymore.
Having some initiative is better than having no initiative in this situation. And if you can get some people on a better track than others, it's better than kind of just doing nothing about it at all, right?
The pledge. Do you remember when you took it?
Oh, a long time ago, yeah.
And how long did you last?
Oh, jeez, I say about a week.
They're bringing in smoking and vaping into the pledge from this year on.
Are they?
They are.
They don't smoke anyways.
You'd be half keeping it, so.
Half keeping it.
I lasted until I was about 16.
Did you?
I did.
Did he lead you astray, did he?
I did.
There's the new pledge coming in from this year. It's including smoking and vaping.
Yes, I agree with it. It should be.
Unfortunately, I am a smoker.
So you'd have broken it anyway straight away there.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently God said thou shalt not vape on the 8th day.
No willpower.
Would you be like the woman in the Walsh Sisters? Did you see that TV series, no?
What was that?
The Carrie Crowley. She comes out and sees the daughter smoking. Now we'll say your partner. She, oh my God, my husband's a vapist.
Yes.
I only smoked the odd one, 15, 17, 19, 21.
Oh, Jesus, I can't remember now.
Would have been confirmation.
Confirmation, yeah, that was it, yeah.
And how long did it last?
I can't remember what it was. I wouldn't say it was too long either, to be honest with you. Can't remember at all, pal.
In the pledge, they're also including smoking and vaping. So apparently God on the 8th day said thou shalt not vape.
Yeah, fair play to him, what?
Would you be in agreement with that?
Yeah, I suppose so, yes. It's not good for you, like. I spoke a long time myself, it hasn't done me any favours anyway,
I did everything else, but I didn't take the pledge. My mother-in-law, she's not a drinker at all, and she's had the pledge now, she's 80.
Wow.
It's amazing.
They're changing it now this year to include smoking and vaping.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But apparently now God on the 8th day said thou shalt not vape.
I've heard it all now. We just came out here and somebody was vaping in our face and the smoke and everything. Look, you don't know what you're inhaling.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't know, and the effects that can have, and it's, you know, we don't know enough evidence about it, and we know enough evidence about smoking now, and I find it really unusual. I don't smoke now, like I did when I was younger, but I just think, you know, you look at so much stuff that has happened, like asbestos and, you know, tobacco, and, you know, the risks.
And is your mother-in-law a smoker?
No.
Oh, she dodged that one as well.
She did. But she does like her sherry trifle, you know, so she gets it other way.
Do you remember when you took yours?
Oh, yeah. Confirmation day, I'd say.
And how long did it last?
I'd say till I was about 17.
Was it?
Yeah, I was a good girl.
And do you know that the Catholic Church have changed the rules now, that this year they're including smoking and vaping?
Oh, are they?
Would you be in agreement with
Oh,
that?
absolutely. But, you know, whether people adhere to it or not, then it's their own thing. But, I mean, to have the discussion with kids at that point is a good idea, you know, and they're kind of at an age where they have a bit of common sense, or they, you know, should anyway kind of be looking at things. And now we're just listening on the radio there saying like that, you know, they don't know what's in the vapes, like, really, you know, and, you know, there's so many kids doing it now, thinking it's cool or whatever, you know, but it's not, like, I mean, we don't know, we won't know for years.
From the streets of Cork with Seamus, it actually is a very good thing if there is a pledge, which had originated in the 1800s with the temperance movement. It was Father Theobald Matthew back in the day to abstain from alcohol, and it got linked then to confirmation as a pledge apparently in the 1930s. So it needs updating, doesn't it? And we have 40,000 young people making their confirmation each year across the island. And that's the new pledge for them. As to how many people actually stuck to it, well, that's another matter. Particularly, I love the line there about the sherry trifle. Wasn't there another story recently as well about somebody who never, ever drank, and then later in life apparently had some kind of a weakness or collapsed or was unwell, and somebody dipped a little bit of whiskey on their lips to resuscitate them or bring them round again. I imagine when they did come round, they were livid, having survived all of those decades without touching a drop. But I did see interest in this. This is for people who are off it for Lent, right? And maybe this might come as some kind of a support for Vivian, who's off the jar now for Lent and is absolutely flying. Looking much more radiant and healthy, actually, 2 or 3 days in fairness, you have an awful lot more energy. God only knows how much you were actually quaffing if you're looking so good and healthy and energetic in the space of 2 or 3 days. But Dawn O'Porter recently, the author, said she quit drinking overnight. She thought it was something that she would never actually do. And she's made a lot of big shifts. And, you know, you hear these cliches from people saying, I want to be the best version of myself. And there's a lot of truth in that, particularly for drinking too much. She said, I quit drinking, which I never thought I would. She said, I woke up one day and I was sick of being hungover, and decided almost overnight to stop drinking. I had 30 years of partying. If someone wants to call me boring, they can just go ahead. What you realize, though, a year later, having quit drink, is that nobody actually cares. She said, my social life hasn't changed at all. I still go out all of the time, and I still have as much fun as ever. You just have to reassess who you are without a drink in your hand, she says. And then went on to say that she didn't look after herself. She's more productive now. She says, I would think I was quite wild when I was younger, and health and wellness weren't on the agenda. It's an interesting point to say that her social life didn't change at all. I still go out all of the time, and I still have as much fun. For somebody who wants to say stop, that's one of the worries. Oh my God, it just won't be fun. I won't enjoy social settings. And of course, on top of all of that is the potential grief you can get from people. We spoke about this earlier on in the week, where if you're going out with a friend or a couple of friends and you rock out and meet them in the pub or the restaurant and say to them, I'm not drinking, they look at you in horror. It's saying actually probably more about them than you. But anyway, text 0868 104 106. How are you getting on with that one? But I want you to just picture in your mind, right? Imagine you're back, because this was a question that was posed to me by one of those GIFs that you get on social media, you know, one of those small little online posters. And the question being asked was, so it would have been, say to me, imagine, Neil, that you're back in your childhood bedroom, right? What posters are on your wall? Then I just started discussing that with other people, and there was a massive response to it because everybody, of course, has examples of that. I actually had to, in my own case, check with my sister in Australia. What posters did I? And she said none. Absolutely none. She did like the Donny Osmonds and the David Cassidys and the Bay City Rollers of the day, but I had absolutely none, which is kind of a bit weird. I wonder if there are others like me who had zero. I want to pick up on that after the break. Text 0868 104 106.